Hey, okay, on to number 3. By the way, I do want to show you that I was able to clean my mirror up, so no harm, no foul. Actually, I don't have a metaphorical, physical demonstration for this particular model, and you'll see why when I tell you what it is. But this one is, I think, very, very common, and I run across this one probably the most with my clients. And in fact, I have to admit, when I first had my business in the 1980s, I kind of did the same thing. In the effort to be as politically correct as possible, I will call this model the HO model of selling and marketing for solo businesses. This model is, I will do anything for anybody at any time as long as they pay me. And again, this isn't uncommon at all. I mean, we go out on our own. There's a lot of second guessing, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, which I talk about on the homepage of my website. It kind of, the second guessing and that, oh my gosh, am I doing the right thing? Or what if I did something different? That accompanies us pretty much everywhere, especially when we're first starting out. So it can be a very tempting thing to say, well, I just need to get money in the door. If this person calls, or maybe this know-how isn't what I should be selling. Maybe I should be selling this know-how over here, and somebody just gave me a referral, and I'm on this job board over here, and I'll just take whatever anybody pays me for. If you're in survival, if you got to pay the electric bill, you got to pay the mortgage, you may need to do that. But as far as a strategy for business growth, the HO model is definitely not a workable sales and marketing model. The main reason, you probably could tell me what the reasons are for that, even though you may find yourself doing this model, you know that it's not the most effective. But basically, it just spreads us too thin. It spreads us way too thin. When we are offering anything to anybody at any time, we don't have a focused marketing message. The people who are considering using us for them, to buy from us, using us, that's part of that model, buying from us, buying our products or services, they don't understand why they should buy from us versus somebody else, because we're not clearly articulating to them why we can be a benefit to them. So besides the fact that, and also, let's just talk about the time and energy thing. Geez, you offer anything to anybody, anytime, for whatever they'll pay. There's a lot of risk there. You run a really high risk of ending up with low quality clients. And when I say low quality clients, I'm talking about clients who pay below market, below what you really deserve to be getting. And also, for some reason, it seems to be a law of nature, but the lower paying clients also tend to be the higher maintenance clients, and also the harder clients to work for. They're the most critical. They're the ones that are most often the ones that'll argue with you about payment. They'll be slow paying. They've got all the characteristics that we don't want to have as clients for our solo business. But when you follow the HO model, the likelihood goes up that those are the clients you're going to get, or a big chunk of your clients are going to be those kind of clients, because they buy on price. And if you're following this model and you got to get money in the door, the likelihood is that you're going to be willing to do your services or sell your products for lower than what you really know you should be selling them for. The other thing is just along with that, as a corollary or as a follow-on, when you're selling your services in particular for lower than what you should be charging for, you have to work that much more to make the money you need to make. So there's the time factor. You're spending way too much time trying to bring money in the door with billable work than you should be. Because if you were getting the clients that you need to be getting, doing the work that you are focused on, focused on marketing, focused on offering to your market, you're going to be making the right kind of money for your services, and you're not going to have to spend that kind of time getting work out the door to get money in the door. So the HO model doesn't work, for sure, even though it's probably one of the most common models for solo businesses to follow, at least when they're starting out. Now, as I said to you in my little ROI demo video, there's a common theme here. All 3 of these models are not good ROI They do not result in good return on your investment of time, energy, or money. What does? Well, you know, if I ask you that question right now, if you and I were sitting here talking together and I said, what would give you good ROI? You would know the answer to that. I know you know the answer to that if you just stop and think about it. The thing is, the things that we know we need to do oftentimes are the last things we do. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in my follow-on. I'm going to shift over now and I'm going to start talking about my particular program and how the Grow Fast program actually gives you the ready, aim, fire ability. It takes away the throw everything up on the wall. It gives you that focus, and it definitely takes away any need to work for anybody anytime for whatever money they'll pay you. So this is why I offer it. I will stop that piece of it now, because if you don't want to go forward and hear me talk about my own program, you can just stop here. But hopefully if you do stop here and don't come along the rest of the journey with me, I've given you some food for thought.